My first memory about race, about learning about race, was from when I was 5 years old. And I know how old I was because I had just started kindergarten, and I was telling my mother about my first day. And what I remember about this particular story was that I was really excited because I made a new friend, and his name was almost identical to mine. I'm Kristen, he's Chris. We shared a birthday, so we were both born on New Year's Eve, and I had never met anyone who shared my birthday, and I thought that was really cool. And I was telling my mother about Chris, and then I told her that he had really dark skin, that his skin was so much darker than mine, and that's the way that we were different. And her face froze. In my memory, it froze, and she said, "Well, that doesn't matter." And of course it matters. But what I learned is that my mom had been enjoying my story and was listening to me and was engaged with me. And when I said those words, that he had darker skin than I did, and that's how we were different, because the other things I'd been telling her was about how we were the same, her whole demeanor changed, and I didn't understand why. And I think that the lesson that I internalized was that different is bad, that we aren't allowed to talk about ways that we are different. We can only acknowledge ways that we're the same. And I don't know if I felt a sense of shame that I had said something wrong, but I definitely had the sense that I had said something wrong. And that has stayed with me. What is this, 40 some odd years later, 42 years later? That the idea about talking about race and ways that we experience it or notice it or even want to mention it or talk about it were frowned upon and not allowed in my family. So that's my first memory of learning about race.